Hey, this is Tom. Hope you enjoyed step one. Obviously, you're very interested because you've moved on to step number two, and that is an introduction to the compensation plan. We're going to show you how to have fun and make money. As I say, you can live where you want to live how you want to live, and make money doing it. But with OneCoin, you can make a lot of money. Like some of our stats have shown, in our first 7 months, we had over 200 people on target to make $2 million a year. That's good money last time I checked. So let's go ahead and get into the compensation plan. And just a quick disclaimer, results vary. There are no guarantees in life except death and taxes. And everything that we're showing you today is for educational and training purposes only. So let's get into it. One Academy is our product. A lot of people say, well, what's the product? Are you selling money? The answer is no. We're selling education on how you can successfully profit with cryptocurrency. And we have interactive content, cutting edge materials, all kinds of great, interactive classroom experiences. It's really an amazing program. We have 5 levels of education, and each of those levels come with free tokens, and those tokens can be used they can be traded on our internal exchange or used to buy slots for mining OneCoin. So here's our packages. They start at €100 and they go all the way up to 5,000 euros. A euro right now is about $1.12, $1.14 in that range, so you can kind of calculate it that way. Of course, Google has a great currency calculator if you want to use that for conversions. But people come in on the rookie, which is the free one, and then they upgrade immediately to either the starter or above. Now, if you want to upgrade on a package, you can do so at any time, but you have to pay the full price. So if you come in at the starter and pay €100 and you want to go to the Pro Trader, you're going to pay €1,000. Okay, so you'll have both educational programs. And let's see, anything else on this? As far as auto ships, there are no auto ships, so you don't have to worry about that. This is a one-time fee. That question gets asked a lot. So we have a great bonus program. Recognition and rewards is what this company is all about. And we've got the first pin level Sapphire position. It goes all the way up to Crown Diamond. And each week, the volume on your 2 sales teams is calculated, and you have a weaker leg and you'll have a stronger leg. And of course, we get paid on the weaker one, which is pretty typical. And we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But let's go on to the next page. These are the different ways that we get paid. First off, you make a direct sales commission of 10% on any personal sales that you do. Okay, so if you go out and do $20,000 worth of personal sales in a month, you're going to make $2,000 or 2,000 euros, I'm sorry. We also have a network bonus, which we'll talk about. That's off the sales team. A matching bonus, which is off of your personally sponsored, personally sponsored people. And then we also have a startup bonus where you get an additional 10% during the first month on any personal sales. I'll talk about that as well. We have One Life Club, which is a kind of a frequent flyer smile club. You accumulate points and you can exchange those for lifestyle rewards as well. We have splits. A lot of people, if you've ever been involved in a stock split, and they offer a 2-for-1 stock split, where you have twice as much stock. It cuts the price in half, but you have twice as much. But the price tends to go up sometimes too, back to where it normally was. So you have twice as much and twice as much. So we like splits. You also get some gold with each of the packages, and we have a great leadership program bonuses. There are people who reach the upper echelons will be paid a little bit extra to fly around the world and train people all over the world. And then, of course, our One Payments card is how we cash in what we make, and we'll talk about that. So let's talk about first the sales teams. When you talk about receiving a network bonus, we use what's called a binary compensation plan, and binary compensation plans are some of the fastest growing, highest paying compensation plans in the network marketing and multi-level marketing industry. People who really work this business absolutely love them, especially when they have an awesome product, which we do. And so you're going to build a left outside leg or a left team, and you're going to build a right team. So you can only put 2 people front line to you. So taking my mouse right here, if this was Bob and this was Mary, and then you brought in Jim, well, Jim's either got to fall here or Jim's going to fall here. Okay, so you can direct them, or you can alternate left and right, because you do have to build out both sales legs. And when I tell people, as far as building 2 sales teams, what a breeze. I've been in companies where you had to build 3 and 5 and to balance them. I mean, it's just been impossible. But you do get paid on the weaker leg. So let's say that this sales team over here does 60,000 in BV, unlimited levels deep. Okay, so this could go down 500, 1,000 levels, and it does 6,000 BV. Now, all that volume will transfer up all the way through the position. So everybody in the way of the volume will get credit for the volume as well. And of course, they get paid on their weaker legs. So if that's their big volume leg, they're going to get paid on what they have or haven't done. And so, but I mentioned, if this is Bob, this is Mary, and you bring in Jim, Jim goes here. If Jim does volume, Bob gets credit for it, so do you, and of course the person above you as well. So you have two sales teams, and what I've been doing is I've been building out really strong legs of putting in 50 people on each side, and then all of a sudden my inside sales organizations are starting to build. Everybody's starting to build their legs. And what I recommend in building what we call power legs is that when you bring in a person, for every 3 people you bring in, contribute 1 to the outside leg. If everybody does that, that's really how you make these things go really fast. Now here's the negative. Okay, you knew there was a negative coming. You can only make 35,000 euros per week on one business center. So you're like, oh, gee, 2 million a year. I think I can live on that. So that is people are like, oh boy, but we do have the matching bonuses. Where you can earn matching bonuses, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So let's say you do 60,000 in BV on the right sales leg, and this is in a week. Let's say this all happens a week, and you do 80,000 in BV on the left leg, left team. Okay. Now you're like, well, why am I getting paid on the one that's weaker? Well, because we want you to go build it up. We don't want you to have a weaker leg. So that's the moral of the story. Don't have a weak leg. Don't have a weak team. Okay. And so in this scenario, you would make 6,000 euros that would be paid to you. And of course, 60% of that would be paid in cash. So you're looking at 3,600 into your cash account, and then the balance would be paid into your mandatory account, which are tokens, which you can use to mine more coins or trade on our internal exchange. Okay. So as I mentioned, on direct sales bonus, we get a 10% commission on any personal business volume that we do. On our network bonus, we get 10% of the business volume that you accumulate on the weaker side, and 60% of the payments go to cash, and 40% fund your mandatory token account. Okay. Startup bonus, as I mentioned, you get an additional 10% in the first 30 days on direct sales, and that's on anything over $5,500. So in my example, if you did 20,000 in personal sales, you get a 10% commission on your direct sales bonus, or 2,000 euros, but you'd also make an additional 10% on 14,500, which amounts to another $1,450. Again, the bonus is paid out to your mandatory account, so you can turn your startup bonuses into tokens, which can be turned into coins. And we're looking at a currency that appreciates, so I would urge you to get as many coins as you possibly can. Now, as far as the matching bonus, depending on what level you come in at, first, second, third, or fourth generation, will determine how many levels deep your compensation, your bonus package will pay out. So on the tycoon level, you get all 4 levels. Now look at this interesting thing. We go up in commission as it goes down. Okay, as opposed to most companies, they start up top with the big number on the first level where there's a couple people, and at the bottom level they pay you a small commission where they say, oh, there's going to be millions of people down here. Well, we pay you 10% on the first generation, 10% on the second, 20% on the third, and 25% on the fourth generation. Now, what's amazing about that is, what if there's 150 people on that level, or 200 people making $1,000 each? Let's say it's $200,000. You're going to get 25% of each of their checks. That's pretty amazing. That's the bonus, at least. And so it's pretty incredible when you look. I've heard people say that you get phone calls from people saying, I think the company paid me too much, because they don't understand the power of a matching bonus. And a matching bonus combined with a binary compensation plan, probably one of the most powerful things you'll ever see, because it focuses people on building leadership in the first 4 levels of their compensation plan, of their sales organization. And when you do that, when you have that kind of depth, it's a great way to build a fantastic foundation for a business, not one that's here today and gone tomorrow. You have leaders that are constantly working because they're very successful and they've got organizations under them and they're making money. That's what makes a leader tick, is when they start making money. So as I mentioned, with every purchase of our educational package, you also get some bonus gold, milligrams of gold. On the tycoon level, you get 2,500 milligrams of gold, and executive trader 1,500. So it goes up from there. You can go to the RM Gold Coin website and learn more about the RM Gold Coin. But everybody who purchases our package, that's one of the bonuses that comes along with it. So I don't know about you, but the really the last way to get paid, and one of the most exciting ways to get paid, is through appreciation of the currency. Again, this price chart is presented solely on predictions. It's not a financial forecast, and it's really just for educational training purposes only. But of course, we saw Bitcoin go from 10 cents to $1,203. I think if you had bought it at 50 cents, like $500 worth, and sold it at $1,200, I think the return was like $3 million. It was really incredible. But what if it goes to, you get these coins at $2 and they go to $20 or $200? The return's just astronomical. And as fast as we're growing, given the fact that we're already bigger than Bitcoin in less than 8 months, and theirs went to $1,203 and ours is at about $2, I'm feeling pretty good, optimistic about our chances. So real exciting. Again, if you look at 3 years out, if we're at 100 euros or 50 euros, and you bought them at $1, a coin, or you got your coins at $1 a coin, really incredible. What if you get your coins at $10 and it goes to $100? So you still have done incredible. I call it a 10x experience. It's where it's 10 times better than you could have ever imagined. So, here's Bitcoin. As I was mentioning, there's the price chart. Went from 10 cents all the way up to $1,203. And just with a lot of issues as well. I'm amazed at how popular it's been given the scandals and troubles that Bitcoin has had. But there's a huge, very supportive community around Bitcoin, and it's here for the long haul. I do know that. But seeing it at about $240 a coin right now, I don't know how many people want to buy it. I would be doing a 2-for-1 split a couple times on that price and bringing it down to a price where people could actually afford it, where it was actually meaningful. So, but Bitcoin, I don't think has that built into their algorithm early on, therefore they can't do it. So that concludes the presentation on our compensation system. There's more to it, of course, but I just wanted to give you an idea that as you build your sales organizations and they start to multiply, you'll get to a point where you'll wake up at night and you'll have 20 or 30 more people in your organization on the right or left team or both, and you'll realize that those 20 or 30 people are going to turn into 200, that are going to turn into 2,000, and I want to say it's inevitable that one day you're going to be making 35,000 euros a week, but we have a lot of people that are doing it, and they're really just going out there and sharing this amazing concept of OneCoin, and sharing the whole idea of creating a culture of freedom through a cryptocurrency. So hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you want to learn about our marketing systems, go on to step number 3. It'll teach you how to duplicate this page, and it'll also show you how to automate posts so you can be working when you're not really working. That's always a fun thing. But hey, it's been a pleasure giving you the presentation. Go on to step number 3. We'll see you at the marketing system.